According to documents known as the 8100 file, wiretap recordings of the Ku Klux Klan were made during the early 1980s by the Federal Bureau of Investigations and the Georgia Bureau of Investigations throughout an ongoing inquiry associated with Atlanta's murdered and missing children. Though these tapes were reportedly destroyed prior to the Williams trial, transcripts reveal that a Klan member named Charles Sanders admitted to killing at least one child, Luby Jeter. Conversations were also recorded between Sanders and a Superior Klan member, Dr. Edward Fields, editor of the racist e-zine The Truth at Last, and publisher of the Aryan newspaper, The Thunderbolt. In these recordings, they reportedly speak of killing at least 19 other Atlanta black youths. These files and the recordings associated with them were never disclosed to Atlanta Mayor Maynard Jackson or to his administration, nor were they disclosed to defense attorneys at the time Williams was tried. Together, Sanders and Fields led a Klan splinter group known as the New Order Faction. An FBI informant associated with the group, identified as Billy Joe Whitaker, told agents of visiting a Ku Klux Klan training camp stocked with an enormous cache of weapons, purchased with funds raised through drug trafficking, a statement supported by the arrest of 5 individuals associated with Dr. Fields for possession of 893 pounds of marijuana on July 30th, 1981. This cache of weapons included M16 assault rifles, automatic machine guns, pistols and hand grenades, rocket launchers, bazookas, plastic explosives with electronic detonators, and machetes. The reason for the proliferation of these weapons, according to the informant, was to instigate a race war in and around Atlanta. The informant further claimed that these weapons were delivered to Atlanta's Hartsfield International Airport in 2 stolen trucks and placed on an airplane, but he did not know the plane's destination. The relationship between Klan drug distribution for weapons proliferation and the Atlanta murders remains inconclusive. But upon reviewing established facts, one begins to see where intricate circumstances suggest reasonable associations. Wiretap recordings of KKK members Charles Sanders and Dr. Fields' involvement in at least 20 of the Atlanta murders were destroyed immediately before the trial of Wayne Williams. Charles Sanders and Dr. Fields led a splinter group of the KKK known as the New Order Faction that dealt drugs in and around Atlanta. The New Order Faction used proceeds from these drug sales to purchase an enormous cache of powerful weapons, presumably to instigate a race war, a suspiciously sophisticated arsenal for such an operation. The weapons were flown from Hartsfield International Airport to undisclosed locations. The FBI and the GBI hid their investigation of Charles Sanders and Dr. Fields from Atlanta authorities. The Lindbergh Law dictates that federal involvement in a kidnapping or murder case can only be justified by proof that the victim of such has been transferred across state lines. There is no evidence indicating that this happened in any of the cases of murdered and missing children in Atlanta. Yet the FBI became directly involved in investigating these murders, even before the crisis became public. The Reagan administration sent then Vice President and former CIA Director George Bush to Atlanta to pressure local authorities to arrest Wayne Williams, even after those same authorities concluded there was not enough evidence to pursue him as a suspect.